When is that one time that you had to turn to the dark side? I never thought I'd be the kind of parent who goes to extreme measures. When the system failed my son, something in me snapped. My boy Tyler used to bounce out of bed every morning excited for school. He was that kid who actually liked learning. Science club, debate team, the works. But over the course of 2 months, I watched him change. Started small, come home quieter than usual. Then he started forgetting his favorite hoodie at home. When I found it stuffed in the trash, he brushed it off, saying it was lame now. Soon he was making excuses to stay home. Stomach aches, headaches, anything to avoid going to school. His grades tanked. My outgoing, confident kid became withdrawn and jumpy. When I finally got him to talk, story came out in fragments between tears. A group of seniors had targeted him because he'd corrected one of them during a presentation. The ringleader was Jason, the star quarterback and son of the school board president. They'd cornered Tyler in the locker room, bathroom, even the science lab when no teachers were around. He'd dump his backpack, delete his assignments, and threaten worse if he told anyone. I documented everything and scheduled meetings with teachers, the counselor, the principal. Everyone gave me the same sympathetic nod while explaining their zero-tolerance policy that apparently tolerated quite a lot when it came to certain students. The principal actually suggested Tyler should try fitting in better. When I mentioned Jason specifically, the atmosphere in the room changed instantly. I was told I should be very careful about making accusations against students from respectable families. That night, I found Tyler researching how to transfer schools. Something in me broke. See, before I became a respectable IT consultant with a mortgage and a minivan, I lived a different life. My brother ran with a rough crowd, and while I never joined in, I picked up skills I never put on my resume. I called in sick the next day and parked near the school. Using an old laptop with no connection to me, I quietly slipped into the school's embarrassingly outdated network. By lunchtime, I had access to everything: emails, financial records, disciplinary reports. Turned out Jason had 3 unreported incidents that had mysteriously disappeared from his record. The school board president had been pressuring teachers to change his son's grades for years, but the real gold was in the financial records. For the past 5 years, renovation funds had been disappearing into consulting firms that all traced back to shell companies owned by, you guessed it, board president. I arranged everything neatly in a folder with clear documentation. Then I created an anonymous email account and contacted a reporter at the local newspaper who'd been critical of the school district's budget issues. I sent copies to the superintendent, the rest of the school board, and the state education department. I didn't mention Tyler or bullying at all. This wasn't about revenge, it was about consequences. The story broke 3 days later. The board president resigned to spend more time with family. Jason suddenly transferred to a private school in another county. The principal announced an early retirement. The school implemented actual anti-bullying measures under intense public scrutiny. Tyler's grades recovered, and slowly, that sparkle came back to his eyes. He never knew what I did, and I hope he never has to learn that sometimes justice needs a little technical assistance. I'm back to being just a dad who helps with math homework, makes terrible pancakes on Sundays. But sometimes when I see those news articles framed in my closet, I remember that dark part of me that was willing to tear down an entire system to protect my kid. And honestly, I'd do it again in a heartbeat.